Howdy folks, what's happening? So today I'm going to figure out what's going on with this BNC connector, since I'm slow at work and there's a common problem with the Autel BNC connectors, these jokers in the back here, or just the whole lead just shorting out. And this is a known bad one I've had, that I've been having issues with shorting out, and it affects our diagnostic capabilities, because if we can't trust our leads, then we're fucked basically. So I want to figure out what's going on with mines, and I'm not sure if everybody else have this same issue, but I remember seeing another YouTuber have shorting issues with his BNC connector or BNC leads, and you know, that's annoying. I pay a lot of money for this. I don't care if it's the cheaper version, but I need it to work, because if I have to send this off like I had to before, or if it costs me money, or if I have to diagnose something and I'm thinking I'm seeing waveform fall offs and it's just my connector grounding out, it's gonna either damage my Maxiscope, the unit, like I had to send it off before. I think that's what happened, or it's going to make me look bad. And you know, I'm not perfect with diagnosing vehicles, but at the same time, if our tools are where they need to be, then at least we can narrow down the personal accountability and point the finger at ourselves. So, but I have a known good one. This is the smaller one. I never use this, and I just never had any purpose. So I'm going to use this as my control. We're going to simply do some resistance value test on this to figure out which one is our ground. Typically the outside portion is going to be the ground here. If it'll focus. Typically the, I don't know, let's use this as a pointer. So we have this outer housing here on the BNC that latches on to the male end. We're going to call this the female receiving end, and the outer ring here is going to be the ground, and the inside is going to be the positive. And how I know that, I'm just going to show you real quick. If you look down here at our fluke, we have color coding, so to make it easier, it's not positive on the outer ring because nothing happens. It's grounded because this happens. We got about 3 ohms. 0.3 ohms, so this is great low resistance. Alright, so now that we know which one's ground, let's test the other one that is jacked up and go from there. So I'm not gonna worry about the coloring because that's irrelevant when doing just a simple circuit. Oh gosh, I need to get my life together. We're just doing simple resistance tests here. And the thing is, I did like something preliminary. The bad thing is, I'm just gonna let it rest on the outer portion. So it's supposed to be grounded out, and I'm gonna show you that the inside is grounded too. So here I am touching the inside of it, and we have like the same amount of resistance, even lower. That's how shorted out this is. Now, even though that was a lower resistance, let's go further back to the leads and see if it changes in value. Again, I'm not going to worry about where I'm probed at. So that was 0.1 ohms, and this is 0.3. So more than likely, our issue is going to be closer up around this end here. And I think, being that this is the conjunction, this is the fork in the road here, this is probably where our issue is going to lie. But I don't know, we're going to cut this joker open today, I'll tell you that. So, but let's see, I'm going to get a good resting spot and simply do a wiggle test. We're going to get stationary there, and I'm just going to, since that's ground, I'm just going to go on the positive side, take this alligator clip, booyah. Picked up, so we got that. Simply do some wiggle test, since this is the common interest here. It's nothing I'm very curious, man. This is just ridiculous. I hate to have to buy stuff off Amazon or either off the site, man, because everything is expensive. And I'm just curious to see if even if it's repairable. So one other thing I can do, which I'm gonna have to sit here and think about. Oh, wait, it moved a little bit. Oh, there we go. I think it's right in here. Is that a fluke? Or it might be somewhere. Let's see if I can. Let's, should I change it? I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna leave it like it is because I don't wanna, this is the most comfortable position I can have. So I'm not gonna change anything. Now I could, oh, look at that, it went up. Not sure how it went up. So I guess our problem is gonna lie within here. We're gonna take a razor blade and we're gonna go right in there and do some cutting. Let's see if I can, make sure I get. The first cut is the deepest. Alright, let's see if we can. This. We got some type of change in resistance. Let's see if it'll separate here. This was me. So this is what we're dealing with. It'll focus. And there's no change in resistance, obviously. So, what can I do? I'm going to separate, look like solder here. I want to separate that and see if there's a change. Separate this insulation here and see what happens. So no, that's positive. That's going back from here on back. It's going to the BNC connector. That's running in there, and our positive is inside the white there. So we're going to separate this negative over here and see if it changes. So the resistance is going up. Sorry, resistance. Yeah, I said it right. Resistance is going up. There you go. Look at that. So it's open now. Sorry, I had a phone call. So we obviously found that the ground side is the culprit, but the shield, the insulation for the noise reduction is going to be the culprit here. So what I could do is latch onto this portion here, and we can just narrow it down for whatever is causing the positive side here to short out, and we can just go from there. So let me get another alligator clip. Here we go. So we're going to negative, and we're going to tie into that positive side where insulator is. We're going to tag in right there. Let's see what the resistance value is. So we got 4 ohms. We can do a wiggle test from here and see if there's any change. You know what? Being that this rotates, it's probably in here. I bet you it is. Let's crack this open. I don't know how to work this. Let's see what happens. I think I'm doing it wrong. This can wind up being a bad day if I get stabbed with this. See, that's why y'all gotta hit that like button, man, because if I get hurt, at least YouTube can pay for my ow, shit. Damn it. That was unintentional. All right, let's. Oh gosh, you know what? Let's do this. There we go. Okay. All right. Well, we have. This is what it's looking like. This is what it's looking like. Come on here, man. Focus. That's what we got. I think this is probably as good as we're gonna get with focusing, but here is the positive side going to the lead, the male end from the insulated wire. Here's the shield wire here. Just from observing it, see where we're at with resistance. Let's move this wire around here and see if anything changes. Let's pull this all the way out. Oh shit, let's pull it all the way out. That'd be a lot easier. So some of these wires are frayed, and I'm pretty sure it's because of me tinkering with it, but we're gonna move these all up and see if it changes. One other thing I will do is cut into this, and then maybe I can literally just separate it. Trying to be as gentle as I can so I wouldn't. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. There's our problem. Yeah, golly. So the wires, the insulation for the ground, I guess to reduce the noise or interference is the culprit here, and it seemed like it's just those little frays up here are hitting up against the positive portion, grounding it out. Makes sense. The top rotates, and I'm pretty sure over time it'll cause wires to break. I mean, just look at where it's sitting at. If it'll focus, just look at where it's. Ah, shit. So let's look at where it's sitting at here. This is sharp. This is a sharp edge. You know, if it rotates enough, it'll fall out, and it'll just, or the wires that are so pinched up close to it can just mess up against the exposed wires and ground out. So found the problem. You're welcome. I don't even know if anybody else got the same video, so you know. Hopefully I'm the first one on YouTube. We'll see. So I do have some other ones that are questionable. I think I could inspect those and see if it's the same exact problem. And what I could do, simply cut the insulation. We'll separate it from here. Take the cap off, the cover off. Cut the outer portion. And basically just back off for the insulation here for the I guess the reduce the noise. I don't know the shielded wire. Yes, that's what it is, shielded wire. So we can back off on this, and that'll confirm. See, like this one's bent down there. You know. Let me go see if I got another one that's broken, and we'll look and identify if it's the same problem and fix it. Yes, I found another one that has the similar. It's going out. It's in the process of going bad. So we're gonna fix this one together. So this is a fresh one, not cut up or anything, and we're gonna go through the same basic test. And we're just since we know how to fix this joker now, since I broke one of my leads, well, the BNCs, to figure this shit out. So since we know how to address this, we're gonna address it together. And all right, so let's start over. We have our negative and positive. I got my positive lead here with the alligator clip, and I'm going to go. Okay, here we go. We're going here. Bam. Put it off to the side. We're on our positive. We know where the ground is since it's the outer housing. This is where we're going. Let it rest there. We're going to do the wiggle test. Look at that. It's going out. Yep, there you go. Let me see if it caught that, because I don't know if that glare was on the screen. So we do have high resistance, and it's varying from several thousand ohms on down to normal ground. So we're going to pull this apart, do the fix, and do another wiggle test. And we have an official repair from Custom Honda, how to fix your BNC connector if you have a Maxiscope. That way you don't have to send your stuff off and wait. We can fix it on our own and get back to work and have a peace of mind. Oh shit. Alright, let's do this without hurting ourselves. Alright, cooperate. Comply. I'm not that great with, there we go, with some of this stuff. I tear some shit up, man. Send your shit to me. Break it. Alright, so here we are. We're going to test this again right here. This has the similar issues, and we're just going to move this head here. Look at that. Bam. So we got the resistance change here, and I'm just moving the top there. There you go. So we see how frayed these wires are, how close they are. We're going to lift up on that. We are going to cut that open. And I'm not sure how this will significantly impact readings, but I can't imagine being like a centimeter away will cause like a shit ton of interference. And I'm just gonna back it off a little bit from where it currently is. Try not to get out the way of the camera. I'm pretty sure you probably can just fold it down. I think it'll probably just be just as simple. I think we're good. I'm just gonna stuff that back in there. So now none of the wires there are capable of coming in contact with the exposed wires going to the positive lead here. And alright, I'm just going to leave it exposed like it is. I couldn't imagine anything happening, especially if it's sealed here. I'm gonna put this back if I didn't break it too bad. And we're gonna do another wiggle test. Let's do it. Nothing. Hey, it's fixed, man. It's fixed. All right. Do I have anything else I can contribute to this? I mean, we figured out where our short was coming from, even though I totally damaged one of these leads here, the BNC connectors. I'm pretty sure it saved like people thousands in not having to destroy theirs like I did mine. So we know what it looks like on the inside. We know where the problem lies. It's right here at the head of the positive lead here, since the noise reduction insulation there can ground out since it's connected to the ground. Found it, fixed it. Now we know how to do it. So if you have any trouble with yours, check it. This is a custom Honda approved repair, so I think we're good, man. All right, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that link, subscribe to the channel, stay informed, have that reassurance in my work. See you on the next one.